I don't know. I have no idea.
I feel like it doesn't, but my dad was saying some shit like, you know the scene where it's all the pirates and they're in the cage and there's a dog holding the shit. Yeah, it's totally in the movie. It's totally on the ride too. It's good.
Maybe they put it in the movie because of the ride.
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know.
There's got to be somebody whose job it was to be like, make sure that everything here is in here.
My dad also lied to me a lot when I was a kid just to make things easier. You know, like when you're a kid and then your parents, like, you ask a lot of questions and your parents don't want to give you like the straight up answer because it might take a lot of energy. They might just lie to you.
I work with children.
Oh.
I lied to them every day.
You lie to their face like multiple times.
Oh yeah, it really keeps the fun in it all.
Okay, good.
There's this kid who I work with. He's like I work with special needs kids, so he's like kind of autistic. And he just doesn't really talk to people.
Okay.
So I can create lies about him, like really cool lies, and he never refutes anything.
To him?
Oh, no, to everyone around him.
Oh, like what? Like you say he's a pirate?
No. So the only thing he really will talk about is he will ask you what kind of car you drive.
Okay.
So he comes up to me and he's just like, hey, what car do you drive? I'll be like, I drive a Toyota Corolla. And I'll be like, that's a 4-door. And then he'll walk away. That's him.
Sick.
So whenever he's at lunch, he sits there and eats, and he says nothing to anyone. All the kids around him. I'm like, hey, guys, do you know? I'll just name him Billy. I'll be like, do you know that Billy actually drives? And they're like, no way. They're in the 4th grade. They're like, no way Billy drives. He's like 9 years old. That's ridiculous. I was like, look, none of you drive. I was leaving school the other day, driving in my car, and I pulled up to a stop sign. And who was next to me?
None
other than Billy.
None
Billy.
other.
It's Billy.
He stopped and he looked at me and he just started speeding down the street like
he
crazy.
didn't say anything to you because he doesn't say anything to people.
Right. He just.
He gave you the look though, and the nod.
Exactly. And then he just drove away super fast. And everybody looks at him, being like, oh, you know, like, and he just keeps eating his lunch because he doesn't talk to people mostly. Keeps going. And now I have like half of his class convinced that he actually drives. They're like, he's 9. How did he get a license? I was like, he got a special license because he's such a good driver. All he cares about is cars. You all know this for fact. So they're almost there. By the end of the year, I want every kid in the class to start asking, like, hey, what kind of car do you drive? Hey, where do you race? All that kind of stuff. It's great.
Better watch out. One day, you know, maybe these kids that you're talking to are going to be like, you know, maybe I can drive. And then their parents look away.
They got to get a
grab
license.
The keys. No. They, you know, they just think they're just as qualified as Billy. So
But they're not.
They're definitely.
No one. I'm not as qualified as Billy.
That's true.
I'm a great driver. Billy is he's the top level.
Yeah.
He cares about cars and speakers.
Oh, dang.
That's it.
So do you tell them what kind of surround sound system he has inside of his car?
I'm not an expert on this.
Okay, for sure.
You got
Hey, but neither are they. You could make up anything. Yeah, that's the point of this.
You're right. I could. You can make up any story with kids. It's great.
Yeah.
They'll believe it. They'll believe all sorts of stuff. I have this scar on my forehead. They tell me, hey, how'd you get that scar? I'm like, I got in a knife fight. You say it like that. And they look around and they go, he got in a knife fight. How old were you? I was 4.
Like, no
oh
way.
my God, you're so cool. Oh. Yeah, I know. And you just walk away. And they spend the next 30 minutes.
So mysterious.
It's like making up stories about how you got into a knife fight when you were 4.
Then they go home thinking about what you could be when you go home, you know? It's not just your day job anymore, just taking care of the kids. You know, what do you do?
Yeah, they don't know.
Obviously, you're into some gang violence.
I am not a violent person. I make sure that all of the children do not use violence. Hugs, not thugs.
So when you get in a knife fight, how do you solve that without violence?
Oh, I was 4. And they're all like 7 or 8, so they're past the knife fighting stage
Oh, okay, that's
of
right.
their lives. Maybe the kindergartners. You got to watch out for them.
The young ones.
They'll be like, I'm like you. And they start cutting each other. Oh, man. I'll watch out for that one. I promise.
So, Zach, how was Disneyland? Oh, good pivot.
Just Disneyland was good. It was great. My favorite thing was the rides.
Okay.
I mean the lines.
Okay, how much time did you spend on rides versus lines?
Oh,
what's the ratio?
Probably like
0.1 to 1.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. That's
so,
pretty
oh,
accurate.
hey, Nicole. So if a ride if a ride lasted 5 minutes, you would wait for 50 minutes, is what you're telling me.
Oh, I wished rides lasted 5 minutes. They lasted more like 1 minute.
So then you didn't. So that means you waited in line for 10 minutes, or did you wait longer?
The longest we waited was probably like 30 minutes. We waited no longer than 30 minutes.
Okay, what's the
for
shortest?
a minute ride?
The shortest we waited?
Did you ever get to the front immediately?
Well, so you can like fast pass rides.
Isn't that like $70 though or something like that?
No. Like if you have like a ticket for the day, you can just like put your ticket in and then you get a fast pass. It's like waiting virtually. So you come back like at a different time, like at like 2 to 4 or whatever, and you can you can just go through.
Okay.
There's a fast pass line.
Okay. Did you break anyone's nose using a turkey leg?
Why is this a question?
Okay.
What's the relevancy?
Backstory. There's a person whom we know, who I will not reveal his name, but he lives in this state, okay? And one time when he was young, even younger than Zach and I at one point, I think he was about 20 years old, he went to Disneyland, okay? He went to Disneyland with his family for his younger sister's birthday.
So like I know this guy.
You do know this guy. And it comes to a point where, you know, they're not on rides, he's a little burnt out, so he decides to eat a turkey leg. If you've